I'm Jahan with Fly Gym Aerial Fitness. Today we're doing another grounded sequence where you're going to be lying on your back on the floor. We're focusing on hips with this one. Hip strength, stability, and mobility. So really, really important. A lot of us tend to be tight in our hips. And that can inhibit motion. That's where a lot of injuries come from. So we're going to do some exercises that are really, really great for opening up the hips and for gaining strength around these muscles. So what you're going to do is you're going to be coming down onto your back. Now your fly gym should be hanging at about maybe like chin level. So main sling, base of the main sling is about your chin. You're going to hold on to the sling and you're going to roll back so that you're sitting down. You're going to take one foot up into the sling and then you're going to do this same thing with the other leg. Okay? Now we're going to start nice and basic, and what I want you to do is just let your legs swing side to side. So we're getting a little bit of traction in our lower back as we're opening up a little bit here, and we're getting this really wonderful lateral movement for our hips, which is something that our hips don't get very often because we're so used to going forward and back, that kind of flexion, flexion, flexion all the time. So this lateral movement is really therapeutic for the hips and for the lower back. Now what we can also do is take one foot down, keep the other leg in here, and now we can kind of get a little bit more range of motion. We get that single leg opening up. Okay. Another cool thing to do right here is just to kind of keep your heel in the bottom of it, and you can activate pushing that heel or pushing your Achilles down and act like you're stirring a big pot with that foot. And now we're letting this hip open up in 360 degrees, so all the way around. And then we want to get the other direction, all the way around the other way. So really nice, this circular motion, really great for the hips because we're promoting that the synovial fluid to flow through the hips, so lubricating the joints, which is really nice. Go ahead and circle around the other way. And then from here, so now that we've kind of warmed up our hips a little bit, we're going to go back to both feet in the sling. And now we're going to be engaging. So what's going to happen is we're going to keep the legs together. This is coming into like a bridge pose. So hands are down at your sides. What you're going to do is push the backs of your feet down into the fabric as you exhale. Feet push down and you'll feel kind of the pressure of your hips release so that you can start to lift your hips up off the ground. So you can come into a balance right here. This is great for learning core stability, trying to keep yourself really stable and straight in the sling. And then you can go into your lateral movements from here with control going side to side. And I kind of like to play with this where, you know, you can kind of do something really fluid where you let your body just swing side to side. You kind of let things be easy, let things be nice and open. And then when we start to control it, here's where the strength and stability comes in. So nice and slow, side to side, coming back to the center. Now we can do this for repetitions where we just push down, lift, and release. This is working through the hamstrings, glutes, lower back, so that whole posterior chain of the body. Okay, you can do this where we lift up, we go side, center, and down. And then again, lift, other side, center, and down. Or if you want even more of a challenge, we can go into single leg. So what I like to do on this is I have my free leg, toe pointing up towards the ceiling. And as I exhale, I'm going to push that bottom foot down into the fabric. I'm going to bring my legs together so this top leg is just hovering a little bit, and then release. And then again, push down, lift the hips, bring the feet together, and release. A couple more times on that side, push, and release. One more, push, and release. And let's switch sides. So here we are on the other side. Now this leg is extending and now I'm opening the hamstring on this side a little bit. And then exhale, push the foot down, lift the hips. Feet coming one on top of the other, and release. Let's go 4 more times just so you get the idea of that. Lift and down. Good, last 3. Exhale, breathe out to engage the muscles, and 2. Good, and 1 more time. And release, taking both feet out Now from here you can just kind of pull your knees in towards your chest, get a little counter stretch, maybe even rock the knees side to side from there, holding on to the fabrics, and roll yourself back on up to seated, and that's it.